Avi Meyer's Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, and we have had well over 50, maybe even 60 judicial interviews during the course of this election season, and this is the very last one. And I saved somebody special for very last, somebody that I've gotten to know for the first time, somebody I have an extremely high opinion of, and I hope you will give him very careful consideration come Election Day. And we're talking about Steve Feldman. How are you?
Hey, Avi, how are you? Pleasure to be here.
First of all, thank you for coming. I do appreciate. And how is the campaign going?
It's going very well, very well. It's been very busy. We've gotten a lot of support. There's a lot of excitement. We're reaching lots of people. And I've got 20 days to reach a lot more people, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
No, listen, I want to wish you luck, and I hope you do well along those lines. And I've heard some very nice things about you from other members of the judicial legal community.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, I really like your slogan, too. I've got to tell you. Tell people your slogan.
Sure. Well, I'm a Democratic candidate, and I believe in basic democratic principles. However, the law requires an independent and honorable judiciary. And my philosophy is that that we should, every judicial candidate and every judicial official should be independent, honorable, and fair. And those are the qualities that I will bring with me to the bench.
I think it's a great slogan. It really is.
Yeah, so if you're ever in my courtroom, you know you're going to get a fair shake.
Very important. And I can tell you from having dealt with him, and this is really the first time I'm getting to know him at all, that he's a really good guy. There's no question about it. So
you're okay too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So how do you go about campaigning? You going to events? You speaking to places?
I've been speaking at events. Yes, that's correct. I've been at various functions all over town, all over the county and the city and the suburbs. Also very active on Facebook, and I also have a website. If you'd like more information about myself or my campaign, you can look at my website, which is www.votefeldmanforjudge.com. That's www.votefeldmanforjudge.com. Additionally, I have a Facebook page, which I keep apprising people of everything that's going on with the campaign, with regard to events, places I'll be. We have photographs as well. And also, one thing that I'm looking forward to is my campaign committee will be sponsoring a float in the upcoming downtown St. Patrick's Day parade.
Wow.
That's very exciting. We're all excited about that. That should be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting strategy. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome to march with us.
Okay, well, we'll see. I'm not the marcher I used to be. But,
Understood.
No, so that's the parade on the far south side?
The downtown parade.
Oh, downtown. Cool.
Parade. Downtown parade.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, all the Irish politicians who watch the show will certainly take that into account as a good reason to vote for you. So give us some of your legal background and experience.
Sure. I've been a practicing lawyer for the past 12 years. I have my own law practice, the law offices of Stephen J. Feldman. I handle civil and criminal matters. I've tried cases in both civil and criminal court. I'm also engaged as a hearing officer, which is a judicial officer in the Secretary of State's office, where I preside over driver's license reinstatement cases. In Illinois, whenever a person's convicted of a DUI, their driving privileges are automatically revoked. They have the right to try to petition the Secretary of State to try to get them back, and they have a hearing in front of the hearing officer. And I'm one of the people that makes the determination on whether that person should be given their license back. So far, I've presided over more than 1,000 cases,
wow.
Which has prepared me to take the next step. And in my spare time, I teach trial advocacy at the John Marshall Law School.
Is that the law school you went to? Or?
That is where I went to law school. Yes, I returned, and now I'm part of the faculty there. So I have 3 jobs, and I'm running for office, so I'm actually quite busy.
No, that definitely sounds it. Yeah, Dave, you had a lot of good people from John Marshall, as a matter of fact. A lot of good people.
Oh, it's a fine school. Some of my best friends were in my class, and we maintained contact over the years. It was a wonderful place to go to school.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was telling you before about Howard Kaplan, who passed away a few months ago. He was a John Marshall grad, and in Jewish Chicago, and it was a monthly. He had me do a big article about their dean. So
okay.
it was very well received. So
very good.
Yeah, John Marshall. You got to work hard to get there, but they give people an opportunity to really become. There's some really terrific lawyers throughout the area who went to John Marshall.
Absolutely. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to talk with you and your viewers about is the importance of getting out and voting. Everyone's predicting a low turnout, and which is unfortunate. You know, people don't participate in the judicial elections as they should. You know, what's really important is the most precious right we have in this country is the right to vote. In fact, the first 3 words of the federal Constitution are "we the people." That means that this government belongs to us, the people. And we, the people, decide who we send to Washington, who we send to Springfield, and who we put on the bench of the judiciary. The only way we can make that choice is if we actually go to the polls and exercise our right to vote. So I really want to encourage the viewers and the voters to do your homework and get to the polls on March 18th and cast your vote so we can decide who represents us in the various branches of government.
And let me point out also that if you're interested in voting in the judicial elections, all the action's on the Democratic side.
That's correct.
Matter of fact, for the whole election, with the exception of maybe one race, all the action's on the Democratic side. So even though I'm neither a Democrat or a Republican, I urge everybody to take a Democratic ballot, and you start at the bottom of the ballot. I mean, don't run out of time. Get your copy of Jewish Chicago. You don't have to get the Jewish Chicago either. You can, you know, the Tribune has ratings. You can look at all kinds of things. You can watch like 60 interviews with candidates on my show. That should be plenty good enough. And, you know, do your homework. Take some notes. Start from the bottom of the ballot first, because such a high percentage of people, you know, don't wind up voting for judges. It's a crime. Anyway, we're completely out of time. I want you to vote early. He's running for judge, so he's not going to tell you to vote often. But if they would like to punch Steve Feldman's number,
I won't tell you to vote often, but I will tell you to punch to vote Democratic and punch 157.
So punch 157. There's a good chance I might just do the same thing. Steve Feldman, thank you so much for wrapping up election season. Sonny Hurst, thanks for all your help. Go out and vote this Tuesday.
All right. Thanks, Avi.
Thank you.